back towards your bent knees. So bend your knees, bend your knees. Push your chest back. Oh, see, you're rounding your upper back because your hamstrings are tight. So if the hamstrings are tight, straight bend your knees and push your chest back so you're more like a V shape than a dome. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. A little action here. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Now inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale, the knees to the floor. Bend your elbows straight back. Bring your chest in between your hands and your chin in front of your fingertips. If your elbows are going out to the side, Mary, you're trying to put your chest back behind your elbows. Mary, take your forearms off the ground. Just your hands. Just your hands. Bring your chest in between your thumbs, your chin in front of your hands. On your inhale, press into your hands, lift your chest, slide forward, cobra. Keep your elbows bent and squeeze your legs together. Snakes only have one tail. Exhale, tuck your toes under, push your seat onto your heels, then lift your knees up, downward facing dog. Let's try that again. On your inhale, come forward to a plank, look forward. Exhale, drop down to your knees. No, don't move your hands. Trust your body. Put your chest right here in between your hands. Put your chin right here with your hips in the air. Good for you. On your inhale, press into your hands. Slide forward, cobra. Point your toes away from you. Exhale, tuck your toes under. Push your seat back to your heels and lift your knees up. Downward facing dog. Jackie, you can come up here with me if you want to. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, come forward to a plank. Look forward at the wall in front of you. Now exhale, bend your elbows so your elbows are next to your ribs, chaturanga. Don't put your belly on the ground and don't drop below your elbows. Don't drop below your elbows. Are you dropping below your elbows? Inhale, upward facing dog. Extend your arms, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Hey, let's try that one again. On your inhale, come forward to a plank and look forward. Exhale, bend your elbows, chaturanga. Elbows next to ribs. So you don't have to go any lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Move forward and up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Oh my God. All those things that I've been doing and I didn't take note of. Soften your knees, slowly walk your feet toward your hands. Keep your feet hips width distance apart. Keep your hands 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. So you should be able to put 2 fists in between your hands. And 2 fists in between your feet. And so that should tell you how wide your feet are. Now, if you're bending your knees, put blocks underneath your hands. The blocks are nothing more than arm extensions. I have 3 different settings. There's a lowest setting, there's a middle setting, there's a highest setting. Look at there. And then as you press your hands down, you can look at the wall behind you. If your little heel of your hand is lifting up like that, then put your hands on blocks. Yeah, put your hands on blocks. And then press down, look back at the wall behind you, in between your shin bones. And even over here, notice if you're bending your knees a little bit, just to cheat, to get your hands down, put your hands on blocks. It'll be so much easier. Go on, try those blocks. Don't have propophobia. No, propophobia. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. My prop shouldn't be able just to hold down your rolled up yoga mat. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Put your hands on those blocks, please. Exhale, 7. I know, he's so bossy. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Now soften your knees. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. That'll be the last time you get to do that today. And then, with your feet apart, bring your arms alongside your ears. Now interlace your hands together in a fist. Then turn your palms to face upward. Then push the ceiling away. Feel the stretch that's happening through the side of your body. Then exhale, side bend over to the left and stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, breathe through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then inhale, lift back up to center. Then exhale, side bend over to the right. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift back up to center, and then turn your palms to face inward and float your hands down the side of your body. Take your hands behind your back. Clasp your hands together in a fist. Then bring your chin into your chest. Now, if you're bending your elbows, try to extend your arms. Roll your shoulder blades back toward the middle of your spine. Then on your inhale, lift your arms away from your body without leaning forward. Keep your chin and your chest connected. So my chin touches the chest. My arms lift away, and I'm going to try to get my inner palms to touch, so I'm actually rolling the shoulders back more. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, lower the arms, release the hands. On the inhale, hook the thumbs in front of you, raise your arms up alongside your ears and arch back. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge at your hip crease, fold forward, sweep your arms behind your back. Clasp your hands together in a fist and straighten your arms and legs. Inhale, bend your knees, place your hands down next to your feet on the floor blocks. Step your right foot back into a lunge and look forward. Exhale, step your left foot back downward facing dog. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, drop down to your knees. Bring your shin bones away from each other, bringing your knees together, and come sit down in between your ankle bones in Virasana, hero seat. So knees are going to come together, feet are going to go apart, and you're sitting in between your ankle bones, not on your heels. You can sit on 2 blocks. You can sit on 2 blocks in a blanket. I don't mind what you sit on, but you're going to keep your knees together. That matters. Knees come together. Learn to use the adductors, those inner thigh muscles. And but you should be comfortable for a second. We're going to chant. So everybody has a chant book. So grab your chant book, and we're going to chant from page 16. We're going to chant Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. And we're going to chant its English interpretation. And then we're going to chant number 20 below it. Okay? 3 ohms. Om. Page 16. Om. Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Your turn. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Continue. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Now in English, may all beings everywhere, your turn. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Be happy and free. And may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some small way, contribute in some small way to that happiness and to that freedom for all, to that happiness, to that freedom for all. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Now number 20. Make me an instrument, make me an instrument for thy will, for thy will. Not mine but thine be done, not mine but thine be done. Free me from anger, jealousy, and fear. Free me from anger, jealousy, and fear. Fill my heart with joy and compassion. Fill my heart with joy and compassion. Now bring your hands together. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Good. And now from here, if you are sitting on the floor and you would like to lay down on your back and coming into Supta Virasana, reclining hero, please do so. Or you can stay seated just like you are now. Reclining or seated will be great, but you can close your eyes for a moment. So loka means location, samasta, same or equal standing. Sukhino is a sweet middle. Above is a divine mood or an energetic. Unto, that's what I wish to achieve. Make me an instrument. Of thy will is the divine's will, not my will, letting go of my ego, letting go of my wants, my desires. So I can actually uplift the lives of others in some small way through my thoughts, my actions, and my words. And this is the beginning of wisdom. Notice that this was in a section called Wisdom of the Rishis. The mantra, the meaning of the mantra, the interpretations of the mantra, the Lord's Prayer that has been reworked, so it's an independent prayer on its own, is all about compassion, having compassion, acting upon compassion, but allowing compassion to actually lead to wisdom. To have compassion, you have to have awareness. So awareness in what you're doing in a yoga practice is that some small way. How does my thoughts, my words, my actions, today, this being an action, coming to yoga, actually, how can it uplift the lives of others? Because you've thought, in some small way, I'm going to dedicate this practice to something higher than myself, the divine's will, God's will. Yes, yoga has everything to do with God. Everything to do with God. Gently come onto your hands and knees. Nobody's in reclining Virasana anymore. Extend your right leg back. Good. Give your right knee a break. Drop your right knee down. Extend your left leg back. Give your left knee a break. Drop your left knee down. Tuck your toes under. Push your seat to your heels. Lift your knees up. Downward facing dog again. Give both your knees a little break. Come forward to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra, don't rush. Exhale, tuck the toes under, seat to the heels, downward facing dog. Good. On the inhale, step the right foot forward. Exhale, left foot meets right. Fold over legs, feet together. Inhale, bend your knees, hook your thumbs in front of you, stand up, straighten your legs, and arch back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. Bring the hands together in prayer. Set a higher intention for the practice today. Offer your practice up to the divine and that energetic of a divine mood that would allow you to uplift the lives of other beings. No longer is your yoga practice an egotistical practice. It is a divine gift for others. And then exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, hook the thumbs in front of you, raise the arms up alongside the ears and arch back. Exhale, bend your knees, take your arms behind your back, clasp your hands together in a fist, straighten the arms and legs. Inhale, bend the knees, place hands down next to the feet, step the right foot back into a lunge and look forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. On the inhale, lightly step right foot forward. Exhale, left foot meets right and fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, step left foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward. Exhale, right foot meets left, fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana. Again, inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step right foot back. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank, open your eyes. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin, eyes are open. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to the heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step right foot forward. Exhale, left foot meets right and fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step left foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward. Exhale, right foot meets left and fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, and arch back, feet together. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana. They just keep going wider and wider. On your inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, put your hands on the earth, extend your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your head and chest, prepare. Exhale, float back, chaturanga, like little angels. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step right foot forward. Turn the left heel down, come up, Virabhadrasana 1, and stay. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On your inhale, bring your hands down to the earth, stepping back to a plank, looking forward at the wall in front of you. Don't rush. Exhale, bend your elbows 2 inches, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Look at the ceiling. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the left foot forward. Turn the right heel down. Come up, Virabhadrasana 1, and stay. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale, better. Exhale 2. Look right here, but don't throw your head back. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, bring the hands down to the earth, stepping back to a plank. Looking forward. Exhale, bend your elbows 2 inches, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Try not to rush that. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward, left heel down, come up, warrior 1. Exhale, opening arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, extend your right leg. Mary, point your left big toe toward me instead of the wall over there. That's why your balance is off. Inhale, reach forward toward the windows. Place your right hand on your right shin. Lift your left arm up. Gaze at your left thumb. Triangle Trikonasana. Now think of yourself as a pyramid. So you don't want to collapse. You want to reach the heavens. Inhale. Exhale 1. Press down here. Exhale 2. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On your inhale, come all the way up to stand. Then exhale, bend the right knee, warrior 2. Track your knee down the center of the foot. Inhale, Jackie, move forward just a little. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On your inhale, extend your right leg. Exhale, rebend your right knee. Place your right hand inside your right foot. Exhale, lift your left arm straight up into the air. One straight line from wrist to wrist. Try to pull your right hip crease back towards your left heel. So you're not leaning over to the left yet. Inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee a lot. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale. Exhale, look at your left index finger. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now on your inhale, gently place your left hand down. Walk both your hands over to the left, rotating on your heels. Turning your feet parallel and facing the left side of the room, coming into a straddle forward fold. Now, check your feet out. Make sure your feet are parallel. Inhale, lift your head and chest. Look up at the wall in front of you. Shift a little weight forward. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your elbows. Walk your fingers back. Your fingers are in line with your toes. Elbows and forearms are 90-degree angle. If your head is on the floor and you wish to experience a tripod headstand, please be my guest. Inhale. Jackie, put your head there. Exhale 1. Now press into your hands, lift up. Exhale 2. Lift your feet. Inhale. Come into a headstand. Exhale 3. Now lift your legs up. Exhale 4. Look at you. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now straddle back out. Open up your legs. Gently put your feet on the ground if you're in a headstand. Good. On your inhale, lift your head and chest. Walk your hands forward. Now put a little soft bend in your right knee. Start to walk your hands back around towards your right foot. Frame your right foot with both hands. Come onto the ball of your left foot, lifting your left heel up. On your inhale, extend your right leg. Bump your back foot straight forward till your back heel's on the ground. Then inhale, lift your head and chest. You've closed the hips so you're no longer on a tightrope, and your foot is pointing straight toward Babaji over there. Then exhale, fold forward over your extended right leg. Move this foot forward a little bit. but turn it forward. Close the hip. You keep pointing it out that way. Close the hip. Exhale 1. Were you a dancer? Inhale. Dancers love to open up the hip all the time. Exhale 2. In gymnast 2. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. On your inhale, lift your head and chest up halfway. Exhale, bend your right knee. Put more weight into your right foot and hands. On your inhale, lift your left foot off the floor, extending your right leg. Now exhale, bend your left knee and bring your left knee next to the right. And look back at your left foot. So you're like a pink flamingo. You know those pink flamingos? They always have that one leg. Their knees are together, and you can see your back foot. Now, I want you to imagine that you're going to put your footprint on the wall behind you. Extend your left leg straight back without opening the hip. Closed hip. If you're turning your left toes out to the side, that means that you're opening the hip. And you want to dorsal flex the foot. Now, lift your head and chest. Walk your hands forward so your fingertips are underneath your shoulders. Keep your hip closed. Try not to open up your hip. Closed left hip. Now, come onto your fingertips. Lift your shoulders up a little bit more. Now, reach your arms back toward the wall behind you, warrior 3, balancing on your right foot with a closed left hip. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Try to straighten your right leg. Inhale. Exhale 4. Notice if you're bending your left knee. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. On your inhale, gently place your hands on the earth. Exhale, soften your right knee. Inhale, step your left foot back into a long lunge where it came from. Exhale, step your right foot back, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. On your inhale, step the left foot forward. Turn your right heel down. Come up Virabhadrasana 1. Here again, check out that back foot, Mary. Exhale, open up arms and hips, warrior 2. Inhale, extend. Now point your right toe toward me so it's not pointing toward that wall. I'm a little bit at an angle. Reach forward toward the windows. Place the hand on the shin. And here again, think of yourself trying to touch the ceiling instead of trying to touch the floor. Still, you keep pointing that toe that way. Point that big toe toward those blankets over in that corner. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inward rotation of right thigh instead of external rotation. Exhale 2. Try not to lift those toes, but press them down. Exhale 3. Inhale. It's not doing you any good. Press down. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On your inhale, lift all the way up to a stand. See, that's why that foot just keeps going and going and going. The more you turn it out, turn it this way, Mary. Turn it up there. And then exhale, bend the left knee, warrior 2. So the more you keep pointing that way, the harder it's going to be to balance. So you want the foot like that angle. So that's going in. Somebody else told you to do it that way, and you've now gotten so used to doing it. Inhale. Exhale 1. That it's now difficult to do it any other way. Exhale 2. Good. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Your mat is a little slippy. Exhale 4. I don't like these Manduka mats. Exhale 5. They're not the worst. Inhale, extend. And then exhale, rebend. Place your left hand inside your left foot. Inhale, raise your right arm up. Can I get a mat? Inhale. Exhale, press your palm down. Try to get your shoulder towards your knee so you're not leaning to the right. Inhale. Let's change that mat. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. We can even put this one on top of it. Exhale 3. Inhale, left side. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then on your inhale, gently place your right hand down. Now walk both your hands over to the right, coming into a second straddle forward fold. Reach over, grab your big toes in yogi toe lock. That's going to be hard with your little socksies on. On your inhale, lift your head and chest. Look up toward the wall in front of you. Then exhale, fold forward. Bend your elbows out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, 1. So you may want to come in a little bit. Exhale, 2. You're going into like a full split here. Exhale, 3. I like that split, but it's not ready for that yet. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, lift your head and chest. Now we're going to do a little adductor stretch, inner thigh. Exhale, bend your left knee. Stretch through your inner right thigh. You can keep a hold of your big toes as you do this. Now inhale, extend your right leg. Exhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, extend your left leg. Exhale, bend your right knee. Inhale, extend your right leg. Exhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Now just do that a little bit on your own. So you're opening up your inner thigh muscles, the adductors. Good. And then come back to an extension. Now soften your left knee. Start to walk your hands toward your left foot to the front of the room. As you walk your hands toward the front of the room, you're going to come onto the ball of your right foot like a lunge. Frame your left foot, then extend your left leg. Move your back foot forward halfway, but don't come into a tightrope, and keep your hips closed. Good. Then lift your head and chest, pull your left hip back, and then exhale, fold forward. Move this foot forward till your heel's grounded, right? Yeah, I know. Inhale. Exhale, 1. You know what the difference between yoga and gymnastics is? Is the judges have those little cards that say 10, 10, 10. There's no 10, 10, 10s here. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now lift your head and chest halfway. Now exhale, bend your left knee. Put more weight into your left foot and hands. On your inhale, lift your right foot straight off the floor. Now bend your right knee and bring your right knee next to the left. Notice if you're bending your left knee. I don't want your left knee bent. So raise your blocks up so you can extend your left leg. Bring your right knee next to your left. Dorsal flex your right foot as if you're trying to put a footprint. Raise that other block up, please, so you're even. Yeah. Now, please put your right foot on the wall behind you, like you're trying to put your footprint back there without opening up your right hip. Your right toes are pointing down, so notice if they're turning out to the side. Now lift your head and chest and walk your hands forward. Even if you're on your blocks, move your blocks forward. It's okay. Now you have a choice. You can come up onto your fingertips and just stay there. Or lift your hands off the floor and reach your arms back alongside your body. Warrior 3, balancing on your left foot. Inhale, Jackie, lift your right heel up a little bit. Exhale, 1. You can lift your blocks so your shoulders are lifted too. Exhale, 2. Now notice how that'll lift your shoulders. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, just place your hands down on the floor blocks. Exhale, soften your left knee. Inhale, step your right foot back into a long lunge. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog. Good. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. Bring your big toes and heels to touch. Now, don't move your hands. Don't move your hands. Keep your hands where they are, people. Exhale onto the right hand, the outside of the right foot. Stack your feet, lift your left arm up, balancing. Don't move your hands. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Lift your hips up to take the weight out of your hand. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, gently come out to a plank. Good for you. Now exhale onto the left hand, outside of the left foot. Lift your hips. Take the weight out of the hand. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, gently come out to a plank. And exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, seat to the heels, downward facing dog. Now, this is the hardest thing you're ever going to do in your life, I promise. On your inhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Exhale, bring your left knee to the outside of your right foot and sit down. Adva Matsyendrasana. There you go. I told you it was hard. On your inhale, make sure you're not setting on your left heel. That's important. So your left heel's out on the outside of your right hip. On your inhale, lift your left arm up. Then exhale, twist over to the right. Right hand's going to come behind you. And notice if you're lifting this right heel because you're sitting on your heel. Now drive this hip down and then drive the right big toe down and twist from the spine. Now, what may need to happen is if you're on your little fingertips, you put your hand on a block and you put your hand on it and you put it away from you, then you will find that you can actually do something through the spine, right? Different, right? Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good for you. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, counter twist. Keep the shoulders over the hips. Keep that right big toe down. Inhale, come back to center and set up for ankle to knee. Move your left shin forward. Stack your right shin on top of the left. Yeah, and you want, this like in Warrior 3, you want the feet dorsal flexed. So you want the toes pulling toward each other, not pointing away. You really should not be able to see the sole of your right foot. If you can see the sole of your right foot, you're twisting at the ankle. So bring your right foot off your left knee so far that it's hanging off the knee and your foot is floating in midair and you can't see the sole of your foot. Does that feel different in your hip now? Totally different. Inhale, lift your head and chest. And then exhale, fold forward. Bring your arms out in front of you and breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then inhale, lift your head and chest up. Now, everybody, you should have your little belty nearby, okay? And Sophie, if there's one in the, if you didn't have one, one in the basket. Okay. Now, you're going to take a hold of your right knee and your right foot, and you're going to lift your shin up. So it's like, now this is from the Gosha lineage. You know, sometimes we'll do this thing. Gosha is actually who Bikram studied with. It's a real lineage. I mean, they know what they're doing. Bikram, I'm not so sure. Okay. So I want you to stir a pot of soup with your femur bone. You feel like your hip opening up and then stir the other way. I like that. I like it better than the rocking back and forth, right? Because it really lubricates that hip socket. Then you're going to put your right foot in your left elbow. Then you're going to put your right knee and your right elbow, and I'm going to dorsal flex. So I'm going to pull the toes back toward my knee. Then I'm going to lift the shin up into my chest a little bit, and I'm going to lift my chest toward my shin bone, and I'm going to set up for 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Keep pulling your toes back toward your knee. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now I'm going to release my hands. Now you have a choice. You can hold on to your right ankle with your left hand. Or if you are like me and you have a little tight shoulder, I can put a belt around my right foot and give myself a little more space. I'm going to bring my right arm underneath my right thigh. And I'm going to, with my right elbow, I'm going to push the right knee behind my rib cage, trying to make a little more space. Then I'm going to put my right hand on the floor. Then I'm going to start to extend my right leg. And as I extend my right leg, I'm going to push into my right hand, and I'm going to look over to the left coming into seated compass. Inhale, good. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Now, Mary, put this hand down. Now, lift this leg up. Now, yes, there we go. Exhale, 3. Now, look right here where my finger is. Look at there. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Now, just bend your right knee. Release your right foot. Bring your right arm out from underneath your right leg. Lift your knees up. Cross one ankle over the other. Knees are up toward the sky. Roll over your shin. Step back to a plank. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now let's do the other side. Isn't that fun? On the inhale, step the left foot forward. Bring your right knee to the outside of your left foot and sit down. Adva Matsyendrasana, seated spinal twist. Now make sure you're not sitting on your right heel. Make sure that you're not lifting your left hip up in the air. You want your sit bones plugged into the earth like you're plugging into an electrical socket with them. Inhale, lift your right arm up alongside your right ear. And then exhale, twist over to the left. Bring your left hand behind you. And as you put your left hand on the block, bring your right elbow on the outside of your left thigh. Right elbow on the outside of your left thigh. Then you're going to kind of pull everything in. No. Elbow out there, yeah. And you're going to push down in your hip, but you're going to try to drive the left big toe down. Good. So your left hip crease, try to get it on the floor. Exhale, 1. Relax. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good for you. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, counter twist. Keep the hips down. Twist from the spine where you're tight. Inhale, come back to center. And let's set up for that lovely Agni Stambhasana. So now you know your left foot's off your right knee. You know that now. The knees are on top of each other. Ankles and knees are on top of each other. Flex your feet. Dorsal flex. Lift your head and chest and exhale, fold forward. My teacher, David Life, once said, Sharon Gannon is his partner. We chanted her interpretation of Lokasa Mastasukino no Bhavantu. But David once said, he said, as hard as yoga asana is, why would you do it unless it was for the benefit of other beings? Because it's too hard just to do it for yourself. And I kind of get what he's kind of saying. A lot of times, when we get into these self-indulgent mindsets, we want those mindsets to be easy for us. This is hard stuff. I'm going to tell you, I played football and I wrestled. Yoga is harder than football or wrestling. And now lift your head and chest up. Then take your right hand to your left foot. Take your left hand to your left knee. Lift your shin up. And we're going to do that little dosha thing where we're going to stir the pot of beans. Some nice vegan beans. And we're going to go back and forth. You can go clockwise and counterclockwise. Feel how that really opens the hip. I like that. Then put the left foot in the right elbow crease, the left knee and the left elbow crease. Then with my arms, I'm going to kind of lift the shin up and bring the shin across my chest. And then I'm going to lift my chest toward the shin. Get a little deeper hip opener here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then I'm going to release my hands. I can take my right hand, hold onto the left top of the left foot. That's fine. Or I can take the belt and I can put it around the left foot. Then I'm going to bring my left arm underneath my left thigh and I'm going to use my elbow. I'm going to push the knee back, all the way back behind my ribs. And I'm going to put my left hand down. Then I'm going to start to extend my left leg. And I'm going to take my head underneath my right armpit and look over to the right. seated compass if you need the belt. That's terrific. Sometimes you need the belt because of tightness in the shoulders and the lateral muscles. That's why we did that really weird turn the palms to face up and extend and side stretch, because it's here where the tightness is, not in the knee. Look over here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then gently start to bend the left knee. Release the top of the foot. Bring your left arm underneath, from underneath your thigh. Cross one ankle over the other. Roll over the shin, step back to a plank. And then lower all the way down onto your abdomen. Squeeze the legs together. Reach the arms back toward the wall behind you. As one unit, lift the head, chest, legs, and arms. Shalabhasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down, relax. Bring the forehead to the earth, bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles, shift the weight from the pubic bone to above the navel. On the inhale, kick your feet into your hands and lift up. Exhale, 1. Inhale, nice everybody. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down, relax. Now we're going to do another variation for this. This is a little akin to like stretching the front of the chest a little deeper. So bend your knees and put your hands on the soles of your feet like you're giving yourself a high five. High five. You remember that? Now, with your hands on the soles of your feet, don't move your shoulders, just hold on to the inside of the ankles. So your thumbs are facing up toward the ceiling and your eyes of your elbows are facing the outer wall. So you're not rotating your arms at all, Jackie. So you kind of rotated your shoulders on me. There you go. On your inhale, kick your feet back into your hands and lift up. This time you're going to lift up more on your shoulders. Exhale, 1. Inhale, good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down, release the inside of your ankles, and rock out your hips. Bring your left arm alongside your left ear, roll over to the left. Bend the knees, tickle the heels with the fingertips, feet or hips width distance apart and parallel. On the inhale, lift the hips, the lower, the middle back. Clasping the hands together in a fist. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Gently release the hands, come down. Is that mat a little better? I'm gonna start reviewing yoga props. I already started. I put something about I was being funny, and like I've decided, no, I'm gonna actually review yoga props. Start a little site like, this mat sucks. I'm sliding all over the place. All right, place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling. Elbows toward elbows toward the ceiling, fingers towards your shoulders. On your inhale, come up, upward bow. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin into the chest and come down. The upper, the middle, the lower back. let's do 2 more of those. So you have a choice. You can either do 2 5 count or 1 10 count. You're going to do it on your own. But before you come up, bring your hands together in prayer. And bring your prayer right to that space called the third eye, your forehead. And remember your intention that you set for the practice. Like whoever you offered that practice up to, that divine energy of compassion and unconditional love to. Place the hands next to your head and come up either 1 10 count or 2 5 count upward bows on your own. When you're done, you can bring the knees into your chest to let me know you're done. You can make little circles on your sacrum, rocking left to right, right to left. Good, everybody. And then allow the knees to come over to the left. Extend the right arm out, look over the right shoulder. And try to keep the knees as high as your belly button. So you're not twisting from your sacrum, but you're actually, after that deep back bend, you want to twist from your middle of your spine. And come back to center, switch sides. Then come back to the center line. And from here, there's choices. You can just put your feet on the floor, let your knees drop out to the side, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I forgot something. Bring your, no, I didn't. Actually, I'm going to do that later. Or you can place your hands next to your hips and lift your legs up and put your toes overhead. Coming into Halasana. Or, which will then take you into shoulder stand. Or you can use props to come into your shoulder stand. Or you can bring legs up the wall in Viparita Karani. So when we really look at the yoga practice, and this is what, I mentioned I played football, I wrestled, I had to play baseball. My dad was a football coach. So he was always like sucker punching me into doing things I didn't want to do. And I never liked any of those sports. Mainly I believe because the goal of all of those sports was try to kill the person that was on the other side and literally physically harm them. And I never got that. I didn't have that kind of energy in me. And I always found that it was because it was kind of a mean-spirited kind of sport, and you're training people to actually be violent. And I didn't practice yoga until I was 45 years old. And when I did, I was at a point in my life where I really wanted to change in my life. And actually, the first class I ever went to was a Jivamuti class. And it was a spiritual practice. And it was the first time I'd ever been asked to do something that was this hard. And keep remembering that I was a spiritual being in a physical body that actually had the ability to offer unconditional love and compassion to all other beings. And that my actions wasn't about killing them or harming them or winning, but it was actually about uplifting their lives. And that was mind blowing. Like that changed my life. And that doesn't happen very often. And I mean, when it changed my life, it changed everything about the way I was doing things. It changed the way I was eating. It changed my relationships of who I hung out with. It changed my sexual relationships. And I've never gone back because I actually believe that, there's too much of the energetic of I just want to do this to win and I want to do this to beat the other person and I can do anything I want to any other being because I'm the dominant alpha. We're destroying our world, we're destroying our culture, we're destroying ourselves. So yoga says, no, no, no. You are a being of action. You have to have action, but you need to think about your thoughts, your words, your actions, and use your thoughts and words and actions in a way that uplifts the lives of others. That's deep. If you're still in shoulder stand, let your toes come overhead. Let your toes touch the floor behind your head. Clasp your hands together in a fist and extend your arms. Halasana, plow seat. And then think about this, because really what you're in is if you're in halasana, you're in a deep forward fold. So bend your knees, bring your hands to the back of your knee joint, roll forward, find your sit bones, come into boat seat, navasana. So come down, roll into boat seat, lift your chest up, reach your arms forward, balance for a moment. Gauge your core. Good. Then bend your knees, put your feet on the floor, extend your legs out in front of you, reach out, grab your toes. And pull your toes back towards you. Paschimottanasana. And when we think about the practice, the fact that you came to practice, and you may have thought, I got to go to practice today because my hamstrings are so tight. And then I said, no, the practice is about uplifting the lives of others in some small way. Let go of your hamstrings. Your hamstrings will always be there. Your hamstrings, if they're tight, they may be tight for the rest of your life. Doesn't matter. But you can take this hour and 15 minutes and in some small way offer this practice up to the benefit of others. Karma yoga. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, place the hands next to the hips. Bring the hands back 6 to 8 inches. Now plantar flex your feet. Point your toes away like a ballet dancer. On the inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, let the head go back. Incline plank. Try to lift your hips up higher. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin into the chest and come down. Good. And now come into a child's seat. And if you wish to go to the wall for headstand, I don't mind. Remember, I don't mind if you use props. If you have a headstand practice come up, if you're working on headstand, so do you know how to do, so come down for a moment. Do you know how to do a supported headstand? Okay, it actually puts less pressure in your neck. Tripod, I like tripod. I like tripod for short moments of time, and I like tripod to transition in and out of other asanas. But it is a tripod, meaning that there's equal weight between the three corners, right? Whereas supported headstand means that you should have the weight in your shoulders and your forearms. So interlace your hands together. Now, put your head behind your wrist crease. But here's the key. Bring your elbows closer. Why? Your bone is longer now. Now lift your knees up and walk your feet forward. No, don't kick, don't kick, don't kick. Go, let's go slow. First, I want you to push into your forearms and move your shoulders away from your neck. So now bend your knee into your chest. Yeah, now bring your knees together. Well, you kind of shot up, but yes. Now, dorsal flex your feet for a moment, and then push me up with your shoulders. Take the weight out of your head and neck. Good. Now I'm going to move my hands so you know you're a little bit in the back bend. Okay? Find where you're not in the back bend, Sophie. Good. Now you can point your toes. Now keep pushing. Your elbows did come out a little bit. I would rather see them a little bit in, just a little bit in on each other, like toward each other. That way you can push up a little more. The further you go out, but don't push forward with your ribs. Soften your quads. Or maybe what I should say is don't clench your glutes. And then move your knees toward each other using the adductors to an inward rotation of the thigh. So don't jump, Sophie. That's your neck. God only gave you one of them. Can't get you a spare. Walmart doesn't have any spare necks over there. About another 10 breaths. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Try this, Jackie. Bend your knee into your chest. Now bend this knee into the chest. Now lift your hips. Don't worry about trying to pike up like that. I know it looks good in the cover of the magazine, but you're not getting anywhere. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down with control. Rest in a child's seat. Reach back, hold on to your ankles so your shoulders are moving away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Gently lift the torso up. And let's make our way into Shavasana, corpse seat. So you can lay down with your head toward the windows, your feet toward the door. If you're like facing the wall, that's okay. You can just lay down where you are with your feet toward the middle of the room. That doesn't matter. You can put up a blanket on top of you if you're a little cool. Let the breath just now breathe the body. So no more Ujjayi pranayama. Relax at the pelvic floor. Let the body be heavy. And Let the body just absorb itself into the floor, the earth. Shavasana, corpse seat. And by means of the breath, make small movements with the fingers and toes. Stretch the arms overhead and stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. Draw the knees into the chest, give the knees a hug. And gently roll over to the right side. And pressing the left palm into the floor, lift the torso up and come up to a seated position for a very brief meditation practice. So sitting on a block or a blanket so that you can bring your hips higher than your knees. Commit to that seat and find stillness. Your palms can rest on your thighs, palms facing up or down. You can also bring your index finger and your thumb, the tips to touch in chin mudra. With your middle finger, your ring finger, and pinky finger gently extended out. And then close your eyes and bring your gaze slightly upward and inward. So in between your eyebrows. And begin to allow the breath to deepen again, but you don't have to employ Ujjayi pranayama, but there should be breath awareness here. Yogi's breath, full, enjoyable inhales in a relaxed way and full, enjoyable exhales in a relaxed way. Then begin to draw the senses inward, letting my voice be the last thing to leave your senses. Focus your mind, but you need something to focus on. As you inhale, internally chant to yourself, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. As you exhale, internally chant to yourself, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Inhaling Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Exhaling Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. On your own. Shanti. Shanti. Bringing the hands together in undulating mudra, bowing the head slightly to meet the hands, giving thanks and praise for the teachings of yoga from the past, the present, and still teachings that are yet to be revealed. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here. Just a couple of quick announcements. October the 7th, we start a 300-hour teacher training. You can still sign up and become an Urban Sadhu Yoga teacher. Woo! You could be here every day, like me. Yeah. And also, we have some things going on in September. We don't usually do any workshops or anything in August because everybody goes away. First one is Michael Haywitt is going to be here with Light Through the Veins, and it's going to be a static anatomy and activation. So it's an energetic anatomy and activation. So he's going to be looking at the subtle body. He's going to be asana. It's going to be singing. He plays music, all kinds of stuff. Come to that. He's really fantastic. I've known Michael for many, many, many years. And then we're also supposed to do, I said ecstatic. We're going to also be doing an ecstatic dance with ecstatic dance, but they haven't sent me their poster yet. So it's on the schedule, and I'm hoping that it'll go through because they're the first time I've worked with them. But they do like a little bit of organized movement, and then they have kind of like a dance party, like a yoga dance party, and then end it with like a little sound bath. So they've been around for many, many years. They're all over the world. There are different people who teach it all over the world, but it's an organization that teaches that way. Then in August, September, October, my friend Donna Friedman is going to be here, and she's going to do her version, because last month, we focused on chakras. She's going to do her version of chakra meditation, and I find it interesting because she's an older yoga teacher, yoga teacher. So everything's very gentle yoga and kind of like different activation where, like, with us, it's like, handstand is going to activate some chakra. It's always a little more aggressive. So we're going to explore that. And I think that's kind of interesting to look at too, is something that's a different approach to the same subject. Be loved, be vegan. I will see y'all again. Bye. I think they're probably going to put them over in the other room if you're going to stay for yin. If anybody's staying for yin, I think it's over in the other room today. And you can just leave that, Mary, you can just leave that mat there.